Update. My 28M wife 32F keeps throwing divorce in my face over everything. I just agreed and left. I am currently staying with my sister. My wife and I have been together for 5 years, married for 4. We had known each other for years prior. We have one kid together who is 4. I am the primary breadwinner in the house, as she is a stay-at-home mom. It was her choice not to go back to work. For the last year and a half, we have been having arguments about 1-2 times a month. To be clear, I do help out with our daughter. I clean, cook, and am involved with both of them. The first time she said she wanted a divorce was when we got into an argument when my sister called and asked if she could stay with us for a bit as she was having relationship problems ironing. I said she could. My wife was not happy about that. I pointed out that her friend stayed with us a couple of months prior for 5 weeks and didn't do anything around the house. Plus, she was just there. No discussion, no nothing. She was a stranger to me and my daughter. My sister is lovely and has a great relationship with our daughter, and I thought my wife was as well. She ended up staying with us for a week, helping out around the house, cooking, cleaning, and watching out daughter when needed. I thought we both forgave each other and moved on. The fights are usually over something small. 90% are not started by me. I have suggested therapy and counseling, but she always said she never needed it. Well, I had it last night. She picked a fight saying I was spending too much time at work, and that she feels abandoned, and that I'm not a good father. Ended her rant with I want a divorce. I stood up and told her that the only reason I work so much is because she can't stop spending my it. At the time of the argument, I used our money. Typing it out, it came out as my money on accident. We agreed to split the money into bills, future savings, future daughter, and fun money on things we don't need or use. She refused to get a job or go to school to help her out. I provide for the family. For my daughter, I'm always at her important dates, functions, doctor's appointments, anything she needs. She refused to get help through therapy or counseling. I don't want this anymore. I'll have my lawyer send her the papers when she writes it up. I got my daughter's things and left with her to my sister's. It has been 2 days, and she keeps calling and texting saying she is sorry. She didn't mean it. She wants to go to counseling and therapy. She needs me. She misses me, etc. I don't know what to do. I love her. She is a good mother. But I can't do this anymore. Internet strangers, please help. Yes, I have a lawyer. For my family and work. I have known her since I was a teen. Now for the update. Hello all. Unfortunately, this is not a sunshine and rainbows update. I posted a few months back about how my wife kept throwing divorce in my face on a regular basis. That was until I did okay, got my daughter, and left. To clarify some questions I have gotten, I'll refer to one of my comments on my original post. I want to point out some things that it seems was missed or looked over. I would do everything again if I had to, including taking my daughter. I have pushed her wife to go out, find a job, get a hobby, meet new friends, and do something, anything. Asked about seeing someone for help. She would not listen or consider anything I have presented. She kept saying no, or she was not the problem. My daughter is my priority. I don't fight with my wife in front of her or around her. I grew up in a bad household. I have been in the position where my dad got angry at my mom. My mom left, and my dad took it out on me. I don't ever want that for her. I don't know what my wife was going to do that night. You can't force someone to get help. They have to want it. Actually want it. If you force someone, they will go through the motions just to make it look like they changed. I'm not blameless in this. But I can't raise my daughter with her thinking this is okay behavior. Or his is how relationships are supposed to be like. I decided when I was young that I would never be like my dad. Okay? So after I made my post, I had a bunch to think about. I decided that I had to make sure she knew how serious I was. We sat down, and I flat out told her that I couldn't do this anymore. The fighting and threatening of divorce has to stop. She agreed and said she would not say it. I told her that the next time it was thrown out, it would be the last time. We agreed to go to couples therapy. It was eye-opening. Things were said, feelings were brought up, and outside professional views helped us understand the other better. After a few sessions, I thought we were doing better. She started to apply herself more. She looked and obtained a job, made some friends, and got a hobby. That was until an argument started because we had plans in regards to our daughter that she overlooked and couldn't cancel the other plans she had made with some new coworkers. At what I considered the end of the argument, she said under her breath, "I knew marrying you was a mistake." I looked at her, and the thing I remember most is how I did not recognize the woman that was standing there. She looked different to my eyes. I didn't know who the woman was in front of me was. I asked her to repeat herself. She said, "I should have divorced you years ago." I walked away and took my daughter to the plans alone, just us two. I ended up filing for legal separation. Under the terms we both signed was something along the lines of, while separated, we are still legally married and will not get involved with anyone during this time period. Finances will be separated, but bills will stay as currently split. I would still pay for insurance through work. Other things that were in it were therapy sessions would continue both as individuals and couples. I would move in with my sister, and we had shared custody of our daughter, 70 me 30 her. One day, when I had my daughter, I needed my wife to take her. I let her know a week before, and she agreed. The morning of at 7:30, I went to drop her off at the house and noticed an unfamiliar car in the driveway. My first thought was, she must have a girlfriend over. I go ring the doorbell out of respect, but still odd ringing your own doorbell, and wait with my daughter, when a shirtless man about 20 opens the door and asks who am I and what do I want. I asked for my wife, he calls her, and she comes around the corner in a robe, and her fave goes from curious, shocked, horrified, sad. Needless to say, in 3 months' time, when the legal separation ends, I'm filing for a decree of dissolution of marriage. My daughter is safe. She doesn't understand what's going on other than daddy and mommy are not happy with each other. As stated above, she is my priority. I guess I did do the one thing I never wanted to do. The one thing I promised myself I would never become. But I guess it could be helped. I end up just like my parents. I don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. I hope I can just show how much love I have for my daughter and raise her the best I can. Thanks for the support, comments, love, and criticism. Story 2. Am I wrong for telling my friend's boyfriend that I am not her best friend? My friend Sophia 28F is upset at me 27M for telling her boyfriend Noah that I am not her best friend. I am really lost on what I did wrong and why I am getting the blame for the fallout. Sophia and I met due to a common friend and have known each other for the last 5 years. Sophia has been a good friend, and we would generally hang out on weekends with the rest of our friends. Sophia also lived in the same apartment complex as me, and we would sometimes hang out at my apartment, along with other friends to watch TV. Sophia started dating Noah around 6 months ago. I noticed that Sophia started messaging me more than normal about random stuff like TV shows, music, etc. around the same time, and would send me memes and TikTok all the time. She also messaged me if I want to hang out at my place after work during random weekday evenings. I would generally say no, unless more friends wanted to join in. On Saturday night, we were all at my friend's apartment for a party. Sophia and one of my friends left to pick up food, and Noah came to me and asked if we can talk for a few minutes. Noah told me that being a guy, I should understand, and he is uncomfortable about my friendship with Sophia. I asked him why, and he said that he understands we are best friends, but he is uncomfortable with her always texting me late at night or hanging out with me at my apartment on nights when he is busy. He said that he has discussed it with Sophia many times, but she has told him that she will not tolerate him controlling how she behaves with her best friend. He said that he is getting very serious about his relationship with Sophia, and if he should know something before, he commits with his whole heart. The truth is Sophia and I are good friends, but we are not best friends. She is just one of the 8 girls in my friends group that I hang out with, and never have we shared any deep personal secrets about ourselves. I told Noah that he has nothing to worry about. I told him that I would not refer to Sophia as my best friend. In fact, before she started dating Noah, we would barely message each other. I also told him that I never hang out with Sophia alone, and she only visits my place when other friends are invited. Noah asked me if we ever dated or hooked up in past. I told him that Sophia brought up the subject 5 years ago, but I told her why I would not want to date her, and we never talked about it again. Noah asked me why Sophia would refer to me as her best friend then, and I told him that I also find that weird, because we are good friends, but definitely not best friends. Noah thanked me for being honest, and the night went on. Yesterday afternoon, I got a call from Sophia, and she was really mad at me. She asked me what I told Noah, and I told her about our conversation. She told me I was an asshole to tell Noah that we are not best friends and how I messed up her relationship. I told her I did not say anything bad about her, and in fact soothed his concerns that there was anything going on between us. She told me that they had a big fight the night after the party, and Noah confronted her about why would call me her best friend and tell him that you are at my apartment alone, when none of those things happened. She told me that I should have just backed up her story. Seems like they are having a big fight about her lying to him. I feel bad for Sophia as I really feel they both are cute together and Noah really likes her. Sophia has also told us how much she adores Noah and that they are happy together. It's hard for me to understand why Sophia would lie to Noah that we are best friends and we hang out alone together when he is busy. Am I wrong to tell Noah that Sophia and I are not best friends, and should I have just played along? I am not really sure I even understand why I messed up or what to do at this point. Now for the update. I posted yesterday about my friend lying to her boyfriend that I was her best guy friend, when in reality, we are just friends, and she only started messaging me after she started dating her BF. She adores her boyfriend, and it was confusing to me why she would do that. Turns out Sophia is a genius mastermind, and I am scared. Thanks for the responses on helping me think why she might be doing it. I just wanted to post an update because she came to my apartment and talked to me about the whole situation. She said some unkind things to me on Sunday after I told Noah her BF that we were just friends, and definitely not best friends as she is trying to portray me to be. Moreover, I also told him that I never hang out with her alone, and it's generally with a group of friends, as she had also lied about this to him. Yesterday evening, Sophia messaged me to apologize for the outburst and asked if we could meet, and she can explain why she did that. I told her okay, and she came to my apartment. She told me that she loves Noah, and he is really a good boyfriend. However, he is not very motivated and lazy. When they started dating, he was not really putting a lot of effort in the relationship, and she had to ask him for everything. It used to bother her a lot. She knew that Noah's last girlfriend cheated on him, and it took him 2 years before he started dating again. Noah was very insecure about dating her and asked her to make sure she shares everything with him. Sophia said that Noah is a great guy, but she needed him to be a better boyfriend. So, she thought she would make Noah jealous by talking to me. She said it worked, and Noah started reading our messages. She knew I would not flirt back with her because I have explicitly told her I am not interested in her, and so she thought I was a safe choice. She said Noah kept on asking her why she is talking to me so often, and she told him that I am her best friend, and she needs the emotional support and stability I provide since Noah is not emotionally available for her. That made Noah start replying to her messages quickly and also being more present in the relationship. Noah also wasted his evenings playing video games with his friends and ignored her. So, she would message me on those days and ask if she can hang out with me. She lied to Noah that we would just sit in my apartment and watch movies since he was unavailable, and it used to bother him. He asked her to stop, but she told him that he can play his games and she can have a fun evening with me. Noah repeatedly asked her to cut contact with me, or at least not hang out with me alone in my apartment, and eventually stopped playing video games with his friends so he can hang out with her in evenings. She would also lie to him about how I cooked elaborate meals for her, and we had wine and painting nights, which led Noah do the same. Finally, she told me that I was an asshole to not go with her story and tell Noah the truth. Noah, of course, got angry at her and saw that it was an act to get to change him. Sophia was so proud of her latest lie. She told Noah that I played down our relationship because I was trying to protect Sophia. She told him that I am such a great guy and was just trying to make sure that my best friend's relationship was not affected because of me. I told her that I was not really happy being a pawn in her lie. She told me that it was a genius idea and there are no victims. She got what she wanted, and Noah is a much better boyfriend thanks to me. And she will now show Noah how much she loves him by slowly reducing messages to me which he would appreciate, while still thinking of me as a threat that Sophia can fall back on if he changes his loving behavior. She pleaded me to just keep quiet for her sake, as she is so happy with the way Noah is now. I thought about it and agreed with her. It feels weird that she is literally training Noah like a lab monkey in behaving the way she wants. But at the end of the day, he seems to have become a better boyfriend thanks to Sophia's plan. I was conflicted on what to do, but I will just go with the act for Sophia's sake as Noah also likes her, and there is no reason to mess things up for them. I would like to hear neutral opinions on if I am wrong with helping Sophia lie to Noah, as it seems like it has made their relationship better and Sophia seems to be happy. Edit 1. After reading the comments, I am inclined to tell Noah the truth. However, I feel he would still choose to believe Sophia over me. Moreover, I am worried he would think I am trying to break them up for my own selfish benefits. I don't want him to think that I am her best friend who has feelings for her and hence, trying to break them up. Would you have believed your partner's friend if they came forward and told you this? Won't you think that the friend is just manipulating into breaking you up? Edit 2. Thanks everyone for your input. I really thought about telling Noah. I have decided not to tell him. I do not have any messages that would prove she is lying. Moreover, I am also scared she might manipulate Noah into believing I am her guy best friend and desperately trying to break them up after Noah told me he wants to be more serious. I risk losing my friends if they tells that narrative to all my friends. As much as I realize she is playing on Noah's worst insecurities, I do not have a way to tell him without risking a social suicide. Sophia's plan is foolproof, and there is no way I can convince Noah without any solid proof. I will, however, avoid her and not reply TP her messages and only interact with her in social settings. Story 3. Wife F31 got brutally honest with me M30 about oral last night. Do I give up something I enjoy because she isn't interested anymore after 10 years? Wife and I planned on exploring some new positions last night after getting the kids to bed. We were laying down looking through a Google image search of positions. Had a good laugh at some and admitted we'd probably get stuck or hurt ourselves trying some of the others. We agreed that we'd just go with the flow and see if we could find something we enjoyed after we got into it. I suggested some foreplay and told her I wanted her to go down on me. She immediately said no, and that she just wanted to have sex. I asked why, since this is a common occurrence with her refusing to do oral on me. She flat out said, I just really don't enjoy it at all, and when I do it, it feels like such a chore. This really hurt me and put me out of the mood almost immediately. It was quiet for a few minutes, and then she asked me what I was thinking. I told her it made me feel like shit about myself, and that it made me feel insecure. I also mentioned to her that now all I could think about were the times in the past when she did do it and the entire time she wasn't enjoying it. And I also stated that now I feel like I could never ask for that again. She tried to reconcile. She apologized for it being such a harsh response and got on top of me to try and get me back into the mood. I declined and she got upset. Quiet for a few more minutes, then we got up and put our pants on and went to bed. She's at work today, and we haven't texted back and forth much, and it hasn't been brought back up. I'm not really sure where to go from here. Part of me feels selfish about it all, and another part of me hurts that I need to be okay with letting go of one of the things I really enjoy in the bedroom. For a little backstory, we've been together for almost 10 years and married for 4. There's been quite a bit of oral between us up to this point. Definitely more from my end for her, because it's something I really like doing. We've always had a pretty decent sex life. I feel like I do a good job taking care of myself, and I have great hygiene. This kind of came out of nowhere last night. This obviously warrants a follow-up discussion at some point, right? I'm having a hard time validating my feelings about it today. Should I just give up one of my desires because my partner isn't interested anymore after 10 years together? This was my first post here.